Biodiversity and conservation. Top 50. Multiple choice questions. 1. What does the genetic diversity of the plant Rauwolfia vomitoria affect? A. Its ability to withstand drought. B. The amount of the drug reserpine produced. C. Its resistance to pests. D. The number of its pollinators. Answer. B. The amount of the drug reserpine produced. 2. Why is genetic variation important for a species? A. It increases the chances of extinction. B. It is not important for adaptation. C. It is essential for the species to adapt to changing environmental conditions. D. It is only important for medicinal plants. Answer. C. It is essential for the species to adapt to changing environmental conditions. 3. The term endemic refers to A species introduced from another geographical region. B. A species that is found only in a particular geographical area. C. A species that is extinct. D. A species that is abundant in its habitat. Answer. B. A species that is found only in a particular geographical area. 4. The term ecological diversity refers to the diversity at which level of organization. A. Genetic level. B. Species level. C. Ecosystem level. D. Organism level. Answer. C. Ecosystem level. 5. What is the approximate number of described species on Earth? A. 7 million. B. 1.5 million. C. 8.1 million. D. 10 million. Answer. B. 1.5 million. 6. India, despite its small land area, accounts for approximately what percentage of the world's global species diversity? A. 2.4%. B. 7 to 8%. C. 8.1%. D. 22%. Answer. C. 8.1%. 7. Which of the following is the approximate number of recorded plant species in India? A. 30,000. B. 45,000. C. 61,375. D. 91,000. Answer. B. 45,000. 8. The most well-known pattern for the distribution of biodiversity on Earth is the A. Longitudinal gradient. B. Latitudinal gradient. C. Aquatic gradient. D. Meridian gradient. Answer. B. Latitudinal gradient. 9. As one moves away from the equator towards the poles, species diversity generally A. Increases. B. Decreases. C. Remains unchanged. D. Is the same. Answer. B. Decreases. 10. Which of the following regions exhibits the highest level of species richness? A. Polar regions. B. Temperate regions. C. Tropical regions. D. Tundra regions. Answer. C. Tropical regions. 11. The Amazonian rainforest in South America is known for having the greatest biodiversity on Earth because it is located in the A. Temperate zone. B. Arctic zone. C. Polar zone. D. Tropical zone. Answer. D. Tropical zone. 12. Which of the following statements is correct regarding tropical environments? A. They have high seasonal variations and a highly predictable environment. B. They have less seasonal variations and a more constant and predictable environment. C. They receive less solar energy compared to temperate regions. D. They were subjected to frequent glaciations in the past. Answer. B. They have less seasonal variations and a more constant and predictable environment. 13. The high species richness in tropical areas can be attributed to which of the following hypotheses? A. Tropical latitudes receive more solar energy, leading to higher productivity. B. Temperate regions had a longer evolutionary time for species diversification. C. The tropical climate is less stable and more seasonal. D. Tropical areas have fewer natural resources, encouraging specialization. Answer. A. Tropical latitudes receive more solar energy, leading to higher productivity. 14. Biodiversity generally increases as one moves from A. Equator to poles. B. Poles to equator. C. Low latitude to high latitude. D. More than one of the above. Answer. B. Poles to equator. 15. The relationship between species richness and area is described as a rectangular hyperbola. Who first observed a similar relationship? A. Paul Ehrlich. B. Alexander von Humboldt. C. Charles Darwin. D. Edward Wilson. Answer. B. Alexander von Humboldt. 16. In the species area relationship equation, what does Z represent? A. Species richness. B. Area. C. Slope of the line. D. Y-intercept. Answer. C. Slope of the line. 17. According to the species area relationship, as the explored area increases, species richness generally A. Decreases. B. Remains the same. C. Increases up to a limit. D. Increases exponentially. Answer. C. Increases up to a limit. 18. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the species area relationship curve? A. It is a rectangular hyperbola. B. It shows that species richness increases with area. C. It is a linear relationship. D. The value of Z is generally between 0.1 and 0.2 for most groups. Answer. Sad face. C. It is a linear relationship. 19. The Rivet-Popper hypothesis is an analogy to explain the importance of biodiversity and was proposed by A. Charles Darwin. B. Alexander von Humboldt. C. Paul Ehrlich. D. Norman Myers. Answer. C. Paul Ehrlich. 20. What is the primary benefit of having a high species diversity in an ecosystem? A. Increased genetic variation within a single species. B. Higher resistance to environmental disturbances and more stable productivity. C. Reduced competition for resources among all species. D. More rapid speciation rates. Answer. B. Higher resistance to environmental disturbances and more stable productivity. 21. David Tillman's research suggests that communities with higher species diversity have A. Lower productivity. B. A. More stable total biomass over time. C. A. Higher dependence on a single species for ecosystem function. D. A. Slower rate of nutrient cycling. Answer. B. A. More stable total biomass over time. 22. Which of the following is the most significant consequence of losing a keystone species in an ecosystem? A. The ecosystem will adapt and replace it with another species of similar function. B. It will lead to the extinction of a few other species, but the ecosystem will remain functional. C. It can trigger a chain reaction of extinctions, leading to the collapse of the ecosystem. D. It will have no significant impact because it is just one species out of many. Answer. C. It can trigger a chain reaction of extinctions, leading to the collapse of the ecosystem. 23. An agricultural field is an example of a man-made ecosystem. What is its relationship to species diversity? A. It exhibits high species diversity. B. It has low species diversity but can have very high productivity. C. It has high species diversity and high productivity. D. It has low species diversity and low productivity. Answer. B. It has low species diversity but can have very high productivity. 24. According to Paul Ehrlich's Rivet-Popper hypothesis, what happens when a species, a rivet, becomes extinct in an ecosystem, an airplane? A. The ecosystem's functions are immediately and completely disrupted. B. The ecosystem stability is immediately threatened by the loss of the species. C. The loss of individual species may go unnoticed, but the ecosystem becomes progressively weaker and more vulnerable with each loss. D. It has no effect on the ecosystem as long as the species lost is not a keystone species. Answer. C. The loss of individual species may go unnoticed, but the ecosystem becomes progressively weaker and more vulnerable with each loss. 25. The extinction of a pollinator due to loss of its food plant is an example of A. Co-extinction. B. Habitat loss. C. Overexploitation. D. Alien species invasion. Answer. A co-extinction. 26. What are the four major causes of biodiversity loss, commonly known as the evil quartet? A. Habitat loss and fragmentation. Overexploitation, alien species invasion, and co-extinctions. B. Deforestation, pollution, climate change, and habitat degradation. C. Overhunting, illegal wildlife trade, and the introduction of new diseases. D. Urbanization, agricultural expansion, mining, and industrialization. Answer. A. Habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion, and co-extinctions. 27. What is the primary reason why many human activities lead to a rapid decline in biodiversity? A. Animal activities. B. Human activities. C. Plant activities. D. Ecological activities. Answer. B. Human activities. 28. Which of the following is considered the most important cause of biodiversity loss? A. Alien species invasion. B. Overexploitation of species. C. Co-extinctions. D. Habitat loss and fragmentation. Answer. D. Habitat loss and fragmentation. 29. The introduction of the Nile perch into Lake Victoria led to the extinction of how many local species of cichlid fish? A. Around 20. B. Over 200. C. Approximately 2000. D. More than 20,000. Answer. B. Over 200. 30. The extinction of the Steller's sea cow and passenger pigeon are examples of which are major causes of biodiversity loss. A. Alien species invasion. B. Co-extinctions. C. Overexploitation by humans. D. Habitat fragmentation. Answer. C. Overexploitation by humans. 31. Co-extinction refers to the extinction of a species due to the extinction of another species with which it has an obligatory relationship. Which of the following is a good example of this? A. The loss of a plant due to habitat loss. B. The extinction of a pollinator species that relies on a specific plant. C. The extinction of the Nile perch due to overfishing. D. The extinction of a predator due to lack of prey. Answer. B. The extinction of a pollinator species that relies on a specific plant. 32. Which of the following arguments suggests that we should conserve biodiversity because it provides essential services like oxygen production and pollination? A. Narrowly utilitarian argument. B. Ethical argument. C. Broadly utilitarian argument. D. Anthropocentric argument. Answer. C. Broadly utilitarian argument. 33. Humans derive countless direct economic benefits from nature in the form of food, fiber, and industrial products. This statement is an example of which argument for biodiversity conservation? A. Ethical argument. B. Narrowly utilitarian argument. C. Broadly utilitarian argument. D. Aesthetic argument. Answer. B. Narrowly utilitarian argument. 34. The argument that we have a moral duty to conserve biodiversity because every species has intrinsic value and we should pass on a rich natural legacy to future generations is known as the A. Broadly utilitarian argument. B. Narrowly utilitarian argument. C. Aesthetic argument. D. Ethical argument. Answer. D. Ethical argument. 35. Which of the following is not a reason for conserving biodiversity? A. To maintain ecological balance and services. B. To derive direct economic benefits from nature. C. To reduce the number of species on the planet. D. To fulfill our ethical responsibility towards other species. Answer. C. To reduce the number of species on the planet. 36. Which of the following is a suitable example of ex situ conservation? A. National park. B. Wildlife sanctuary. C. Seed bank. D. Sacred groves. Answer. C. Seed bank. 37. In vitro fertilization, cryopreservation, and tissue culture are examples of which type of conservation? A. In situ conservation. B. Ex situ conservation. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. Answer. B. Ex situ conservation. 38. Which of the following is a place for ex situ conservation? A. Biosphere reserve. B. Zoological park. C. Hotspot. D. Sacred grove. Answer. B. Zoological park. 39. The type of conservation in which threatened species are removed from their natural habitat and placed in special settings for protection is called A. In situ conservation. B. Ex situ conservation. C. On-farm conservation. D. Community-based conservation. Answer. B. Ex situ conservation. 40. Which of these is not an example of ex situ conservation? A. Zoological parks. B. Botanical gardens. C. National parks. D. Seed banks. Answer. C. National parks. 41. What is the protection and conservation of species in their natural habitat called? A. Ex situ conservation. B. Off-site conservation. C. In situ conservation. D. No conservation. Answer. C. In situ conservation. 42. Which of the following is an example of an in situ conservation method? A. Seed banks. B. Botanical gardens. C. National parks. D. Zoological parks. Answer. C. National parks. 43. In the in situ conservation approach, we protect and conserve the whole, blank to protect the endangered species? A. Ecosystem. B. Gene pool. C. Gametes. D. Specific animal. Answer. A. Ecosystem. 44. How many total biodiversity hotspots are present throughout the world? A. 20. B. 80. C. 55. D. 34. Answer. D. 34. 45. The biodiversity hotspots in India include all the following except A. Western Ghats and Sri Lanka. B. Indo-Burma. C. Himalayas. D. Deccan Plateau. Answer. D. Deccan Plateau. 46. Which of the following is an odd one out regarding in situ conservation strategies? A. Corbett National Park. B. Ghana Bird Sanctuary. C. Western Ghats. D. Botanical Garden. Answer. D. Botanical Garden. 47. Which one of the following is specific to the Kaziranga National Park? A. Dodo. B. Black buck. C. One-horned rhinoceros. D. Stelis sea cow. Answer. C. One-horned rhinoceros. 48. Biodiversity hotspots cover how much area of the Earth's surface, yet contain a very high number of endemic species? A. 8%. B. 5%. C. 10%. D. 2%. Answer. D. 2%. 49. Which of the following statements about biodiversity hotspots is correct? A. They are mostly located in the polar regions. B. They are characterized by low endemism and low threat of extinction. C. They have very high levels of species richness and high degree of endemism. D. They cover about 10% of the world's area. Answer. C. They have very high levels of species richness and high degree of endemism. 50. Which of the following are in situ conservation methods? A. Tissue culture, pollen bank, national park, botanical garden. B. Biosphere reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuary, sacred groves. C. Zoological parks, wildlife safari parks, gene banks. D. Cryopreservation, seed banks, botanical gardens. Answer. B. Biosphere reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuary, sacred groves. Thank you. And please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.